Hey, what's up, guys and gals? I'm making this video because I want to continue talking about Kaijudo. This video is all going to be about why I like Kaijudo. I played all kinds of different card games in the past. I collected a ton of them. Between Versus System, Pokemon, Yu-Gi-Oh!, Magic the Gathering, Duel Masters, um, Spoils, Imagination, just a bunch of them, So I've played a bunch of them, not competitively, but I have played them, and I've I like certain mechanics from the certain games, and I dislike certain mechanics in different elements of other games. But I like a lot about Kaijudo, and I'll talk about why I like them now. The first thing I like about Kaijudo is that all cards can be mana. That means when you draw your first five cards, it's impossible for you to have a first turn that accomplishes nothing. At least you can put, at least you can do is put down a mana. You know, at least you can do is that. That makes it. I like that. When you compare it to Match of the Gathering, where, you know, you start out with your hand and you're like, I have no mana. Well, there's nothing I can do there. Well, I guess some of your stuff has zero cost, but you know what I'm saying. Pokemon's the same way. You put down, you start out with a basic Pokemon, you have no energy. Unless it's a free attack, which isn't as common as it used to be, you're pretty much not doing anything the first turn. But in Kaijudo, you can at least put down a mana. That means that the player goes first has that advantage. You at least can guarantee that you have that one mana down on the first turn. That's an advantage. The second thing I like about Kaijudo are is that the commons and uncommons are really playable. I just came back from playing Pokemon. I played Pokemon for so long, and one of the things that really drove me nuts about Pokemon was that each set would come out with 100 something cards, and really, the commons and uncommons were just not useful. Either they were the under stages of the highest evolution, thus they were just filler until you got to the top stage, or they were just bad. I mean, you would get, even some rares. You would get this rare basic Pokemon, and you'd be like, well, this should be decent. And it would just be bad. Really, it seemed like the best cards were like rare foils, and even then, most of them weren't even that playable. Or, and here's the thing, most of the best cards were the super, super, very ultra rares. And that drove me nuts because a new set would come out, 100 something cards, and five of them would be playable. And those five cards, Pokemon of course, would be the super rares, you know? But in Kaijudo, the commons and uncommons are fantastic. I mean, I just got some Evo Fury packs, and I got some amazing one drop commons that I had to have to round out my deck. There was no way that I couldn't play my deck without these one cost creatures. And then some of these fantastic other cards like you see in all kinds of decks like Aqua Seneschal, Razorhide, that okay, I'll skip that one. But there's also all kinds of cool evolutions in Evo Fury that are uncommon that completely make the format. To completely make the metagame. You have Hydra Medusa. Do I need to say more about that card? She's the card has just made the metagame. And then there's Sabretooth. I can't remember the little word for it, but that card is very popular. I just bought a few packs of Evo Fury and got some cool evolutions that are uncommon, and they're already in my deck, and they're kicking butt, and I like that. What's funny is it seems like uh, compared to other games, the whole hierarchy of like playability compared to rarity is kind of reversed because there's a lot of super rares in Kaijudo that are just kind of lackluster. that are kind of just like not useful whatsoever. I mean, you're looking at it like, okay, it's 8 for a 7,000. That's big, but does it do anything more? Not talking about any card in particular, but that's what I'm saying. I really like that for the amount of money somebody can invest in the game. Just buying a structure deck that comes with some commons and uncommons and maybe one or two rares, you can actually end up with some really decent cards. So that's number two. Number three, this is silly, but the cards are full size. I mean, they're regular size cards. I mean, like I said, I've collected all kinds of different card games before, and one of the things that really bugged me about Yu-Gi-Oh was that the cards were smaller, and that meant having to buy smaller sleeves and having to worry about them falling out of my regular size pages. And it felt weird. I talked to somebody at Kaijudo League this past weekend, and she said she liked the smaller size. So I mean, different opinions are fine. I just didn't like the smaller size, and I'm happy that Kaijudo cards aren't like some weird size. That you can't just buy any kind of sleeve. I mean, somebody can be rocking Magic the Gathering sleeves on Kaijudo cards, Pokemon sleeves on Kaijudo cards. It's awesome. It's really nice. Number four, the theme decks or the structure decks, whichever they're called, they come with a booster pack. That's great. That's fantastic. I mean, that makes them so much worth it. Not only do they come with a booster pack, but they also come with like three cards in front of them. The first one is usually like a super rare. The second one's like a very rare, and the third one's like a whatever common rare. I don't know what it is. But that just adds so much value to the purchase of that product. Pokemon used to have packs that come with a theme deck, and that was such a great, you know, combo there because somebody could buy a theme deck to start out playing the game, and they get a pack of cards too, so they can enhance their deck with it. And the same thing here, Kaijudo, you can get that pack of cards, and you can enhance the structure deck it comes with. Even more, you can take the three cards in front of it and add that into the deck too, most likely. So that's just great value. That's very very great value. Me myself, I myself, I purchased. As I said, this is a great value to do it this way, and I went ahead and I bought three. The first thing I did to start out collecting the game was I bought three of the structure deck. Um, Actually, it was three of the battle box $10 things, battle box, whatever they're called. That's a great. Have you even seen that product? Oh, that's a great product. You get two structure decks and two booster packs, but each structure deck also comes with a booster pack. So you get four, four booster packs and two structure decks, and the two booster packs not coming in the structure decks come with promos, Walmart promos, and the structure decks come with a super rare, a very rare, and whatever behind that. Also with it, it's like a billion cards for $10. Seriously, how is that not a fantastic deal? Okay, I beat that one to death. Um, Reason five, I like Kaijudo. You only need three of a card. That's pretty smart. I don't know how card games started out, but I don't know who thought it up to like, oh yeah, we need four of a card. You know? I mean, you look at the card binders. They have rows of threes, you know? It makes perfect sense to collect three of each card. It just makes sense. Not only that, but it means that you have to spend less money on getting staple cards. When that scare adorable of Moon Hollow or whatever its name is going for $20, you only have to spend $60 instead of $80. Saves you money. That's fantastic. It's great. It fits perfectly in card binders and it saves you money. I can't complain about that. The last reason I really like Kaijudo is because there's no limit of how many monsters you can have on a field. Like I compare Kaijudo to Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh. But the one thing about Yu-Gi-Oh that stands outside the whole all the other card games is you can only have five creatures on the field at the same time. You can't have any more. But But Kaijudo doesn't limit that, which is great. It's great for fire decks that want to just like get out a bunch of small weenie monsters and just like rush. It's great for that. It's just it gives you possibilities. It gives you just choices of what you want to do. You're not stuck in the five creature limit. So I mean, I think that's great. So those are the reasons why I like Kaijudo. Those are the ones I was able to come up with yesterday. I mean, the game's fun. The game is really fun to play. Um, one turn can completely turn around any kind of game you could ever play. I mean, any kind of game you could play. I mean, just like even a single shield break. Oh look, it's a shield break underneath, one of the shields, and boom, game's completely reversed. I mean, it's like a roller coaster kind of. You never know what's gonna happen until it's just like, whoa, that's a great game. So it's a good game. So get into it. Get excited. Go to your local hobby store and ask them about Kaijudo. I mean, did you see the stuff on the website about Kaijudo organized play? Go check it out. It's really cool stuff. My local hobby store just got in a package for the Kaijudo League, for season one promos. I'm really excited about it. We're gonna be having it Thursdays at 6 p.m. So anybody West Coast North Carolina, come check us out. Um, yeah, so that's about it. Check out Kaijudo, Google it, you know, and bye.